Hey, Britt. Or do you like being called that? I don't know why. I guess I should ask. How are you guys doing tonight? Sorry, my laptop, it's just sitting there trying to boot and nothing's happening. So I am on my phone. Okay, I won't call you Britt then. I ordered a microphone so I wouldn't have to worry about that, but I'm going to have to get a new hard drive since the hard drive was literally stolen out of my laptop. So, hey, Andy. Good. I prefer it on the laptop so you guys can call in and we can all actually talk, but it will not boot. When Kenny gets off work later, he'll probably be able to figure it out, but I don't know what the problem would be. I mean, honestly, I'm amazed that we've been able to do anything with a laptop that doesn't have a hard drive. But I'll be using for the Prophecy Tuesdays, I'll be using Avery's computer, so I won't have any issues. And by then, I should have it all set up with the plugin so that I can go live both vertically and, I don't know, landscape or whatever you call it, the regular live. And then everybody will be able to chat with each other from, even though they're not in the same live together or whatever. So that'll be cool. Are you at work tonight, Andy? I can't remember. I can't keep track of anything, so. How's everybody doing tonight? Hi, David. Let me know where you guys are from and if you need prayer or anything. How are you doing tonight? I unfortunately, when I'm on my phone streaming, I can't like pin comments or react or anything like that. I can, however, do Q&As and polls, so. Oh, okay. So, I'll remember that. She said. I probably will ask again. Did everybody have a happy Father's Day? Is Angel going to be here, Brittany? Or maybe he already is. Oh, yeah, it just dropped back down to 5 real quick, though. Usually at the beginning of lives, it'll be quite a few people, and then they drop off. And then another few will come in, and then it just comes and goes. When I live stream on my phone, like my first one, that for the 6-hour one we did, there was like 450 people that came through. So, and then other times when it's been shorter, it's been like 45 people and stuff like that. On the computer, it's usually not as many people, and that's why I want to combine the two, because I can actually do more on the computer, but more people see the vertical one because it goes, at least I'm told, it goes through the shorts feed. It'd be nice to meet some new friends, and then when I'm back on the computer later, other people can call in. Although I gotta say, I'm kind of waiting for someone to get on the voice or in the Discord and cause trouble, so hopefully we don't have that issue. I ordered a nice little microphone. I was able to find it for like $15. And it's supposed to be noise canceling, which will be nice. It's funny because back in the day, you know, when computers were the norm, you know, I had all of this stuff. We used to have like a box with spare mics because mics came free with stuff. And then it was all phones for so long. Oh, Andy, is 8 o'clock? Oh, no, because you're 3 hours ahead of me because you're in. Yeah, so let me see. 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11. Is 8 o'clock going to be a bad time for the prophecy Bible study on Tuesdays? I definitely want to make it work for the, you know, the core group. Also, if you know anybody else who's interested in talking end times or prophecy, send them the link to the live for Tuesday. And we will have, I'll be on the computer that day, so you guys will be able to call in and actually chat. What did Angel get for Father's Day, Brittany? It's so weird. Sundays are a really slow day for my videos. Last Sunday they did really well, so I thought, oh, maybe that was going to change. But today, I don't think any of the 3 or 4 videos I posted got double digits even. And usually I get, you know, hundreds or like, you know, usually minimum 200. But usually it's more like, because I check when my audience is on and stuff like that and post it at the right time with all the SEO and everything. So usually I get, you know, a lot of views. But not on Sundays. But this is the worst it's ever been. Oh, that's not true. I think my early morning, my first video I posted this morning, I think that got a couple hundred views, but the rest haven't. Are you guys still there? Nobody's chatting. That's the other thing about being on the phone that's so frustrating. Aside from not being able to hear anybody else, um, on the computer, I can see how many people are there and then how many people are active in the chat. So I would easily be able to tell if there was something wrong. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Brittany has messaged me and said that you guys are chatting and I'm not seeing it. So hang on, I'm gonna try to minimize and see if it'll help, and then let's see. Okay, there we go. I'm so glad you had a good Father's Day, Andy. Oh, he's working on the nursery. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited for Tuesday too. Originally, I was gonna write the Bible study myself, but it was just a lot, and this one looks pretty solid, so. Okay, let me see. So you need YouTube and DC mods when your presence gets bigger. Yeah, I meant to do that the other night, make you guys mods, because that way when Kenneth's not here or he's busy or whatever. Maybe not, because I could listen on my phone while I drive. Also, I'm still gathering info from the Bible about our conversation from the other day about pre and post your brush. Yeah, this is like a guided Bible study, so it'll guide us through the topics, and I'm guessing that either it will take more than 12 weeks because, we're going to have all these little side quest questions and stuff, because I really just want to dig deep because I get really excited about this. That, or we'll get really excited and want to do it more, but I'm trying to stick to the once a week thing so that other people that want to come can get, know when to be there. Got him a bunch of frame pictures and a watch. He's returning the watch. Oh, wait, I think we talked. Did you give that to him early? I feel like, or maybe that was when Andy was talking about he didn't know what he wanted. Somebody mentioned a watch at some point. Oh, okay. I had forgot that we were talking about that, the pre and mid and post trib Andy, because there's that that speaker I can't remember his name to save my life, but he makes a really solid case for pre-trib. And my weakened flesh here wants it to be pre-trib because, we're ready to go. Like, peace, I'm out. But also, just, who wants to go through that? But I was, up until just the last few years, I was always at least mid-trib, if not post. No trib is like not even on my radar, but I know that some people, what do they think? I've heard that some people believe it already happened, or so what is this? What are we, my mind doesn't quite wrap around that. But we will definitely have to, just explore every debate and stuff like that. I hope that it doesn't get heated. And I did post also on my TikTok, which I don't have like a very big following over there or anything, but I did post about it over there because it would be cool to get, you know, some more people, but people who, you know, don't want to be arguing, you know, because if it's not going to grow us in faith, you know, if it's just going to cause confusion or a problem, obviously we don't want that. Oh man, I tell you, my body is killing me today. Do you have a stance, Brittany? Are you no trib or? Yeah. I mean, it's like I know that in the end it doesn't matter if it's pre, mid, or post. But I like to kind of listen to what other people think and read the Bible and try to put it together. I have mentioned this a few times, but I have a prophecy study Bible. I can't remember the other guy. It's Tim LaHaye and somebody else. I've had that for years and years. And it has timelines and stuff like that. Oh, really? Spill it. Or you could wait until Tuesday if you want. Or until there's boys. Okay. Let me grab my Bible real quick. Oh, it was right behind me. All right. This is why, you know, for one, why I think it's important that we fellowship and study together is because people will point out things that you might not have, that might not have hit you. And because you know, obviously I've read Matthew multiple times, but let's see. Let's see. I don't have an NLT on hand. It's in a box in my garage somewhere because we are tearing a wall down and stuff in here. But, and I can't, if I minimize my phone, the live stream, it gets complicated. So I will read in the King James. That's all I have on me. Usually I'm comparing it side by side. Okay, 24. Okay. I would recommend everybody kind of read it to themselves. I'll read it, but in King James, reading King James out loud is a little different. And Jesus went out. You did say 24. Yeah. Okay. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to shew him the buildings of the temple. And Jesus said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Turn on my light. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Oh, I'm sure you guys can hear that I'm out of breath. I've been getting sick, and I think it's starting to settle in my chest. Okay. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. It's funny, in here they spell it without the E. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the worlds for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall be great tribulations, such as was since the beginning of the world to this time, no nor ever will be, or ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Behold, I have told you before. Wherefore, if they shall say unto you, Behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heaven shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know the summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye so many ye's, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass, till all things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. Let me see, I'm going to check the comments. Oh, there aren't any. Sorry, my reading is pretty choppy tonight. But of the day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah, that's Noah, called him Noah, I guess, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Then shall two be in the field. This part always reminds me of that song, I Wish We'd All Been Ready. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, the one shall be taken, and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye not know what hour your Lord doth come. But know this, that if the goodman of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched, and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Therefore be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not the Son of Man cometh. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his Lord hath made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is the servant, whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods. But, and if that evil servant shall say in his heart, My Lord delayeth his coming, and shall begin to smite his fellow servants, and do eat and drink with the drunken, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder, and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. I see where you're thinking that. Why do you let the cat in every time? I feel like I need a screen door on my bedroom door, so when you guys open that door, she can't just bust on through, although she'd probably just Kool-Aid man through it.
Hello.
Steven says hi.
Okay.
I see where you're saying that, but I feel like a while back, whoa. She wasn't having it, huh? I feel like, or a while back, it's been years now, honestly. I think I looked at the connection between this and Revelation. So, but, I mean, that could be the case. Here, I'm going to minimize my phone real quick, so it'll probably go silent on you guys. I am still here, but I'm going to look up some. So, I didn't read all that, but I pasted what ChatGPT brought up so that we can go over that. And there's a bunch of websites, but I didn't want to leave you guys hanging on mute for a long time. But let me know what that says, and I'll just off and on look into it. This is such a pain having to be on my phone. You know what? Actually, I'm going to see if I can borrow a phone. So if I can do that, I don't know, it might echo, but we can at least try it. I mean, I'll be picking Kenny up in like an hour and a half. Oh, I don't know. Okay, I guess. I don't know if somebody could. Actually, just hold on a second. I'll try to read it real quick. Okay. Okay. After reading the screenshot, a lot of the claims preacher presents are big stretches. Yeah. See, and that's the thing is, like I said, I was nowhere near pre-trib until the last couple years. And, oh no, somebody was like, what? What's that? Okay, you've already said hi. I thought somebody was locked out. Are you really wearing 2 different shoes again? You're crazy, that's what I said. I love you. I wish I could think of that. Okay, were you guys able to hear that? Because it's Amir Sephardi is his name. Let me see. Yeah, because it's just the way that the church, I can't remember if it's the first book of Revelation or something. After that, the church isn't mentioned. Which, I don't know, I guess that could be neither here nor there. It seems like he is because he references Jews in the electric saints of Gentiles. Then the rapture, not happening preacher would be very faith destroying and probably cause them to fall away. Well, the whole thing is yeah, I just don't know. You know, so many people just go about life with the idea, like they tell people, oh, if I just suddenly disappear, you know, you were left behind kind of situation. Any deceived as Jesus describes. Be careful of. Yeah, and see, that's the thing is, well, I feel like, for one, it's like the great falling away, apostasy and all of that. I don't know how to explain it. They only believed up to a point. I feel like if you're looking at studying prophecy just as, kind of an interest and to understand the Bible and everything, because obviously we're supposed to understand it. That's good. But if you're, hi Kaja, nice to see you again. How are you doing today? But if you're studying it for some, solid answer, because we're never going to know when, we can just see the signs that are laid out. So whether we're here or not, we need to, keep oil in our lamps, as they say, and just be ready and on guard and have the armor of God on and be in our Bibles and, keep connected to the Holy Spirit so that we can't just be tricked, But it'll be kind of cool if we come out of this Bible study like with a consensus. I can't imagine that we'd all just suddenly agree on one solid thing, but and that's just kind of how, because I used to always be either mid or post, at least mid-trib, I figured we'd be here for at least some of it. I'd rather be prepared. Yeah, prepared and prayed up for the worst. Then put all my chips on a get out of Dodge. Yeah, amen. Free card, because when it doesn't happen, it's going to be very disappointing, disheartening, and depressing. Yeah, exactly. We got to be, ready for war. No tribs smoking crack. I have heard, Brittany actually brought it up, and I hadn't even thought about it, because to me it's like, obviously there's a trib, but um, there's so many different schools of thought on it. And some of them, it's like, where did you get that idea, you know? But I think a lot of people, sorry, that's my Pepsi. I think a lot of people are very, like, they hear something and it sticks, and you can't tell them nothing, you know? So I think it's good to just talk and learn, and but always, you know, be on guard. Oh, right, right. Duh. I didn't. That's what I thought he was referring to. No tribulation. There's people that believe there's not going to be a tribulation at all. I know there's people that believe all of this already happened, and I just don't understand that at all. That's what I was referring to. So, with the no rapture, do people, do they think like we're just, it's going to go through it and then like the New Jerusalem's going to come down, or what? That's interesting. It just seems clear to me, because Jesus is talking about all these things and even mentions the tribulation and contentiously reiterates to be careful, be prepared, be vigilant, be not deceived. Yeah, we're caught up in the clouds. People think we are in the 1,000-year reign. That's all I can figure out from that. But there's a lot of people that think a lot of the prophecies that haven't been fulfilled were fulfilled thousands of years ago. Like, there's so many people with all sorts of different ideas, and yet they'll say they're basing it off the Bible. And I'm like, how? You know? I mean, if we were in the 1,000-year reign, then, oh, my mind will not wrap around that one. Are we like about to, is the devil getting released here soon, or what? Because we can pretty well track the last 1,000 years. I mean, when you're saying thousands of years, you know, more can get lost in translation that way. But if it's 1,000 years, I think we'd be coming up close to the end of that, wouldn't we? Oh, I'm cutting in and out? I don't know why I haven't changed anything. Well, I did mute it a couple times because I had to use my inhaler, which I haven't used my inhaler in like 2 years. If y'all don't mind praying that I don't start coughing, because if I get a cough, my ribs start breaking, and I don't want that. They've already been hurting me, because the hard part is most of the broken ribs are on my left side, and then my tumor is on my right arm, So I've been laying all on my left side. So I can't win for losing. Let me know if I'm still cutting out. I'm hoping it was just that I muted it. Looks like we might have some other folks in here right now. How are we doing today? I think I will start a poll. That's why it's so much better when you guys are on voice with me. Okay. Are you able to hear me clearly now, or is it sounding like it's going in and out, or like goes silent for a second and then comes back? Because that would be my muting, I think. Like, here, I'll mute right now. And now I'm back. So let me know what you think it is. I'm guessing Andy is the one that voted quick. Okay. All right, I'm glad. Oh my goodness. You gotta do the two fingers together and then pull the apart, then together. How's Penelope doing? Is she through her bout with the gas? And how about Anna? Is she well? My kids are as feral as ever. Hey, Angel. I hope she lets you have a break, gives you a reprieve for a while. If he's anything like me, he probably just wants to get it done and over with. She's a bum. She'd fit right in then. A little fussy, yeah. Yeah, we've been praying too. I'm glad to hear that she's been okay so far. I hope that approval comes through soon. Oh, I hate that when I'm not getting good deep breaths, I just yawn over and over. Does anybody else do that? I think that's normal. Oh my goodness, just yawn, yawn, yawn. Breathe, lungs, breathe. Howdy, May. Oh, you're yawning too, huh? Did I get you? You're contagious. Yeah, the laptop is still just sitting here saying HP powered by Lubuntu. Maybe if I pull the little boot USB out. Oh, it's still stuck on. Wow. Maybe it finally gave up the ghost. Oh, yeah. Andy, what do you think? Have you ever heard that debate? Because I always would have assumed that the angels had to have been created before people, because Satan, I assume he fell before then. Or maybe it has to have been before in my mind, but maybe it was after. I don't know, maybe he was jealous. I don't know, but I know he wanted power or something like that, control. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. Okay, so apparently in Job, it talks about the angels being there when God laid the foundations for earth. Hey, Kaja. Angels were absolutely made before us, because if they weren't, then there's no way Lucifer could have. Yeah, that was what I was going off of too. Also, gap theory helps explain a lot of stuff from that. If someone can try to look up in Job where it says that too, if you want. But that's what I'm thinking too. I mean, Satan was in the garden. Unless, like I said, it was right after. But it couldn't be if Job mentions the angels were there at the foundations of the earth. I see a few other folks in here. How you doing tonight? If there's any dads, I hope you had a happy Father's Day. Let us know where you're from, and let us know if you need any prayer. We're happy to lift you up. I'm not sure, Brittany. I just did a quick search and that came up. But when I have the live minimized, it mutes it. So I was hoping somebody else could Google where at in Job it says that, so we can put it into context. Lucifer was one of the top angels, right? And he birthed sin inside of himself, then deceived and caused a third of the angels to fall. They tried to dethrone God, and he taught them how to play soccer and Yeah. Kicked him out, yeah. That's funny. Okay, thanks, Brittany. Yeah, that's the way I've always understood it as well. And that's another thing that I didn't know until recent years that people debated. I'm just picturing Jesus with his arms up in the air. Goal! He doesn't just play basketball, you guys. So when you guys are watching the live, can you minimize it into the corner and do other stuff and still hear the live? Because I can, but I don't know. That might be because I have the family YouTube plan for the music, which gets you also no ads on YouTube and stuff, and I can minimize because of that, I think. Okay, so Job 38, 4 through 7. Let me open my Bible here. This is a large print Bible, and it's like, it's huge, but it's also really thin pages. And honestly, I don't even think it's that large print. But, okay. Were you guys able to hear me just now? Because my phone laid flat, so I don't know if it... Okay. Why there's things on Earth that are millions and billions of years old, and why certain fossils exist, etc., etc. Oh. I see. Okay, good. Because it does this thing. Oh, turn your phone the other way. I've even tried turning off my, where the phone automatically goes to landscape if you turn it, and it still does it, so. Okay. Let me see, Job 38. All right. Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare if thou hast understanding. Who hath laid the measures thereof, if thou knowest, or who hath stretched the line upon it? Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened? Or who laid the cornerstone thereof? When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy. And considering morning star has both been used for Jesus and Satan, right? Or is that the other phrase? Yeah, I think I did. Angels were absolutely made before. Okay, and then gap theory also. Are you talking about your gap theory comment? Gap theory also offers very logical explanations as to why it seems as though the Bible describes things being here before what we know as creation, and henceforth would explain why, through carbon dating, why there's things on Earth that are millions and billions of years old. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes sometimes I'm kind of skimming the comments, so I put together what you're saying, but I'm not sure if you were referring to somebody else. Again, another reason having people on voice is so much better. Is it Morning Stars that both... Maybe it's not Morning Star. Shoot, Andy. I'm interested in every topic. Although we always get a little bit into it and switch topics, and I have a couple lists around here somewhere, but my kids run off with paper. Does that um, does that sum it up for you, Brittany? Because I didn't think that part of Job was all that clear. Yeah, it says morning stars in KJV too. Isn't that what I read? Yeah, morning stars. No, that's an interesting topic, because there's times in the Bible where it's like, you just got to tell yourself, well, oh well, he wasn't trying, right? I mean, he wasn't giving his best. And all the angels shouted for joy. So yeah, that sums it up for me. It says angels? I didn't think I saw the word angels in what I read. Because I know sometimes, like when initially you read a story in the Bible, you just got to tell yourself, God knows more than you do. This seems unfair or whatever, but... Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, if I had all of my Bibles in here, I didn't think it would be a big deal for them not to be available for this, because I thought I'd be able to look on my phone and compare them, side by side. God didn't accept Cain's offering because of what was in his heart. Yeah, that's what I thought so too. But I thought it wasn't. He wasn't giving the best, right, of what he had. Let's see. Because when God was handing out punishments in the garden, it says he cursed the ground when he was telling Adam, oh, so how could God then later accept a cursed sacrifice? He couldn't. Oh, yeah. Well, but they were both his sons, right? And he accepted Abel's. I feel like I'm blanking on something because Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I ever put that together. So when does that change? Because later, he accepts, more than just meat or animals as burnt offerings and stuff. It was just for Adam, not like down through the whole lineage. In the desert, God accepts the grain offerings after the left Egypt. Yeah. And there must be a point at which that changed. Right. The curse wasn't fulfilled till Jesus died on the cross, right? Unless there was some other agreement made at some point in time, which I could very well be aware of and just haven't connected it as part of that, because I never thought of this line of thinking at all. And that's why I love this. That's what I love about our little group is we all have little other things that we've gleaned from the Bible to share. And sometimes, and with me especially because of the brain fog, I'll have this thought and I'll think I've really come up with something, and then it's like, no, because it's this, and I'm like, oh, duh, and I don't know why it always happens after I verbally admit that I had this dumb thought. Can I get the book chapter verse reference so I can look into the grain situation to clarify? Well, I mean, if you think about when they were in Egypt, I don't know. Would it be in Kings? It's where Joseph, for one, is the in charge of Pharaoh's stuff. Oh, no. Yeah, see, this is one of those times. Here, I'm going to pop back in here. Leviticus 2, that way in case you didn't hear what I was saying. Yeah, I'm glad you caught. Yeah, I'm glad you caught the Leviticus 2. It's funny, we said Leviticus 2 and then the viewers dropped down to 0, so I assume you guys all dipped out to go read Leviticus. Man, I opened right to Leviticus, but way into it. So I have to flip back all through all these thin little pages. And when any will offer a meat offering unto the Lord, his offering shall be of fine flour, and he shall pour oil upon it, and put frankincense thereon. And he shall bring it to Aaron's sons. So let me look beforehand. Oh, this is all of the offerings. So they're in Leviticus, you guys are probably already looking. In one, it's like burnt offerings, offerings of the herd, offerings of the flock, offerings of fowl, and then meat offerings, which meat was actually, like a type of bread, and then offerings seasoned with salt. peace offerings, lamb, goat, sin offerings, priest sins, congregation sin, just goes through a whole bunch of sins. Like we do on the daily. We try not to, though. Let's see, there's an image over in Discord, so I'm going to pop in. Do you figure that's because they were for a specific... type of offering? Because Cain's offering... was it for something specific? Like in here, or... Let me see if I can find it in Genesis without having to minimize my... So in the context, that's still why God couldn't accept. Okay. Cain and Abel. And in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. And Abel he also brought of the firstlings of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect unto Abel and to his offering, but unto Cain, obviously not. So, let me see. And I will put enmity between thee and woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head. Oh. And to the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow, thy conception. And Adam he said, because thou heart not the voice of thy wife. Wait. Oh, you did. Because you listened to Eve. And hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake, and sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the day of thy life. Oh, maybe all the day of his life? Huh.
Mom.
And like it says, not to tithe if you aren't giving, willingly and... Yeah, baby.
Is Roblox for free?
I don't know.
Daddy said it.
He said it's free?
Yeah. You said Roblox cost money.
Who did?
You did.
When?
A long time ago when I wanted to download Roblox.
No, I think that was Minecraft. Because I know we've paid for Minecraft a bunch of times, but Roblox, I don't know. What? Why? I don't know if you can get it on your device, though, honey. I think that might be the issue, but I don't have a problem with it as long as we have it locked down so that you're safe. Okay?
I do have Roblox.
Oh, okay. Well, then what? You were just curious?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't know. I could have said that. I don't remember now, but I know Minecraft you have to pay for. In the context of different sacrifices or offerings, it does make sense. Just... That doesn't make sense. Why would God not accept the offering due to the ground being cursed, but he would accept it from others while it was still cursed? No, it's because Cain's heart was not right. Just like it says, oh, you can't read that in the context of sacrifices. I don't understand your line of thinking. God literally curses the ground. Then the very next chapter rejects the sacrifice given to him from the ground. The chapter takes the time to let you know Cain is a tiller of the ground. Also, everywhere I look on the internet, it states that it was Cain's heart posture that made his offering unacceptable. The Bible doesn't put stuff in and elaborate on it, certain things, for no reason. I was coming up with the same things, that it had to do with his heart, but also, until now, I hadn't really paid attention to it. It was just kind of God had his reasons, but that's, sometimes things seem unfair, like God doesn't, it says he in the Bible, he mentions that he makes it so they can't understand, because some people are meant to not. Like, he gives some people over to their reprobate mind, it's said, but before that, he deliberately doesn't tell them. Sorry, what, Stephen? Oh, well, we're trying to hash a few things out right now, so there's not really, I mean, you can sit and listen, but there's not really.
Yeah. I wanted to play something on the computer. It doesn't cost any money.
On what computer? It's broken. I can't get it to boot, or I would be on it. Yeah, it's not working at all now.
What?
Yeah, hopefully Kenny can fix it when he gets home.
Okay. Wait. Isn't the parts taken apart?
It just says they both gave a sacrifice. The verses don't mention anything about his heart or his actions until after his offering is rejected. I think we're going to have to agree to disagree on this one law. The ground was still cursed while the Israelites were in the desert. My thought is, because of how I went back and I read Genesis, I was probably kind of mumbling it, but let me get back to that and read it again. Because he says to Adam, it will be cursed all the days of your life. He says that to Adam. So maybe once Adam died, okay, here. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto, or hearkeneth, or something, unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of your life. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt not eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face thou shalt eat bread, till thou return into the ground. Till thou return into the ground. And that may just mean, he will have to eat it till he returns to the ground. But to me, it kind of sounds like that part ended, and it was just his curse all the days of his life. What do you guys think about that? Yeah. Actually, if you guys can hear me when I minimize, I'm going to go ahead and minimize and read it out of the ESV, because I flow a little bit better. And I'm still out of breath, so my reading's not perfect, but hang on. Yeah, see, it's hit or miss. Thanks for texting me, Brittany. It's hit or miss. So why don't we revisit this in half an hour or 45 minutes when Kenny gets home? Because for one, he can read it off of his phone or let me use it, or we'll just do it when he gets the computer fixed. God willing and the creek don't rise. Goodness. I mean, it's really nice on the computer because I can just do the screen capture of what I'm reading, and you guys can read along, or, you know. Okay, yeah. We can definitely revisit it whenever we're all available. But what do you think about the possibility of the curse dying with Adam? Like it was just cursed for him and his, like, while he was living. I don't know. That just kind of sounds like it could be it because he says it twice, you know. He says you'll eat of cursed ground all the days of your life, and then back into the cursed ground you'll go later on in the verse. Yeah, we will. I mean, you guys can always go back and watch these later, but especially if they're really long, it's hard to find the spot you're looking for. But we can also talk more about it in the Discord too, if it gets forgotten. I want to, Kenny and Avery are really good at the Discord, and Kenny created the Discord account, so I can't edit or anything like that. So I need him to add different rooms or whatever they call them, where there's a file where we can put all the topics we want to discuss. It would be cool to put it on some sort of thing where we can check them off. I would argue it's not just for Adam because these curses still affect us today. Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to have to do more digging and find some. There's got to be, you know, some information out there where they're relating it with other verses to make it make sense. Men with regard to working by the sweat of their brow and women with child. Right, those didn't stop, so why would the cursed ground? That's true. But maybe it was because of the time that was happening, because meat was limited. Because if you remember, you know, because I don't think they had grain at that point either. They just had like manna because they were just traveling or whatever. If Paul saw the church today, we would be getting a letter. Yes, we would. Nice to meet you. Gospel Gamer. Hey. I've seen a Gospel Gamer on TikTok. Is that you? I think he was live streaming like a week back. Either way, nice to meet you. Where are you from and how are you doing tonight? If you're a dad, happy Father's Day. I hope you had a good day. Brittany, right, like the pain in childbirth. However, Jesus did fulfill that. And I can tell you it is possible to have a pain-free or almost pain-free childbirth. Oh, it's not you. That's okay. All right. We haven't heard it from anybody in Nebraska yet. I'm in Washington. What's it like in Nebraska right now? I know you guys have, I think I know anyway, that you guys have pretty harsh winters, but I'm not sure what the rest of the time is like. Like I said, in the context of different types of sacrifices and offerings, it starts to make sense because a praise offering is not the same thing as a sin. Right, yeah. And that's why I wanted to go through all of the different sins, but when I minimized and started reading, you guys couldn't hear me, so. Yeah, I figured it must be hot. It's been pretty hot here too, and normally it's a little more mild. But we have these obnoxiously hot days, and then for 2 days it's 60 again. And because it was just really hot for 2 days, you feel like it's freezing cold, even though 60 is totally fine. I mean, I would be happy at 75 and a nice slight little breeze, you know, every day. And I've always thought we should just have rain on Mondays, because everybody hates Mondays anyway, so it might as well rain then. Or at night. Brittany, yes, they are different offerings, but an offering from the ground for one sin, an offering from the ground for another, both are still from the ground. Yeah, I think, guys, well, I don't know, Gospel Gamer, do you happen to know anything on this topic? I'm not sure when you popped in or if you've been seeing the conversation, but we've been talking about why God wouldn't accept Cain's offering. And Andy here, that's Endless the Empire, said that it's because he cursed the ground when Adam ate of the tree, listened to his wife. And so he accepted Abel's because it was sheep, or was it sheep? Correct me if I'm wrong. Some animal, I think. And he said it's because of the cursed ground, but then Brittany and I were talking about, well, he accepted grain offerings later. And because my laptop isn't working right now, I can't minimize my live and go read stuff and, you know, kind of learn and educate. So we're trying to figure out why he would accept grain offerings later, and if that was because they were offerings for certain types of sin, or if maybe the ground, what I thought possibly is that maybe the ground was only cursed for that purpose until, at least for Adam, until he died, so his kids before then would still be affected. But I don't think that really makes sense either. And sin rollover sacrifices were never grain, only animals. Was that, and yeah, I didn't go far enough back on that, did I? Were the offerings from Cain and Abel for sin? Or were they just like the general? And I say it was because of Cain's heart posture. Right. I trailed off, didn't I? Sorry. Yeah, that's kind of what it was always portrayed as when, you know, like if you read little Bible story or watch little Bible story cartoons or anything like that, it was because, you know, he didn't want to give, you know. But from the other side, it can appear like his heart kind of hardened when God wouldn't accept it. So it's hard to know. And if you're looking at it from that point, like he was, you know, irritated that God didn't accept it, but he accepted his brothers, and that's why he killed his brother. Where was I going with this? Then that makes, oh, wait. Okay, I did already read that. It makes sense that that's why he got mad and killed his brother. But because if you think about it, sometimes God just does things that, like I was saying earlier, don't appear fair to us. So it could have appeared like that as well. We're just kind of looking at all different sides of it. But what it seems like and what it was told to us, you know, growing up and in the children's Bible stories and all that, was that he was already having, you know, misgivings in his heart when he gave the offering to begin with. But Cain killing Abel was after the focus, if not the actions after. It's the why did God reject it to begin with. Right. Right, exactly. Because, I mean, either way you look at it, like, if Cain knew he was a tiller of the ground, he knew his offering had to come from the ground because that's what he did, but he knew the ground was cursed and he already knew God wasn't going to accept it, he might have had those misgivings in his heart. It's like, it's never going to be good enough, so he was mad a God for that, and God knew that, because I would assume he also knew the ground was cursed, but maybe not. Howdy May, what you doing? Oh, did I tell you guys, do you remember? I was telling, this was like early on. I think this was the second live. When I was telling you Hattie kept staring at the edge of the wall and stuff looking for a bug. Well, the night before last, she was sitting here doing that, and Kenny was here, and I was like, Kenny, and then I saw movement, and I was like, oh my gosh. And there was a beetle. Like nothing scary. You know, of course my mind's like, oh my gosh, we're full of cockroaches. I just know it. Burn it all to the ground. I don't know why I would even expect that. I've never, well, I have seen one cockroach at an apartment years and years ago, but I've never had cockroaches, if that makes sense. So I made Kenny capture it because it moved quick. That's what scared me. I'm like, aren't cockroaches fast or whatever? But it was a just a regular little beetle that somehow found its way in here. So I don't know if she's been tracking that the whole time she's been staring down at the wall, or if that was just a one-off. The word doesn't describe Cain as mean or hateful or arrogant or murderous, etc. before the rejection. Yeah. Well, and that's what I think causes the confusion. But it's kind of that way in throughout the Bible, where, you know, not everything is just laid out for us. And that's where, you know, when you're a kid, you just got to accept, well, God knows more than I do or whatever. And then you kind of forget about it. I mean, all you know is it happened. You learn what you think you're supposed to learn, and then later on, like we've touched on the Trinity and this and that and the other thing, where it's like that's how we were raised and it was just a given. And then you get into adulthood and you start thinking, wait. Right, yeah. What gets lost in translation. And that's why I am always looking at, you know, several different, and I would really love to learn Hebrew and Aramaic, but the way my brain is set up. But even then, I mean, even people who read, you know, the originals or whatever, they still have questions and they still debate stuff. I mean, here we are with the Jews. They don't even believe the whole New Testament, so. Or I guess maybe it's not all of the New Testament they don't believe. I think it is, though. I think that a lot of people probably pop in here, for one, expecting to see like video or a face, you know, and I'm just not about focusing on me, you know, but I think they also are kind of expecting somebody who presents himself as an authority on the Bible, or some theologian, or, you know, someone who's like really steeped in apologetics and all that. But that's not what this is about. This is about exploring and learning and reading together and, you know, sharpening each other. Did Gospel Gamer go? So I'll be leaving here in a few minutes to go get Kenneth, and then I should be able to get back on the laptop. Or maybe Avery will let me use his computer if he's done streaming. Because he ended up just streaming without his mic, I guess. But I wouldn't have been able to get on the laptop either way. I can't wait for Tuesday to discuss all the prophecy and stuff, and I'll be on the computer where none of this will be an issue. I'm sure I'll find other issues. I feel like a lot of topics, um, are going to be like, we're going to bring them up, we're going to discuss them, and some people may leave with a changed point of view, um, or just the answer that they were looking for because they didn't have a point of view on it. They just wanted to know. But often it's just going to be, we see it different ways, and that's okay too. Except for obviously if it's a salvation issue, which a lot of these things aren't. So it's just, fun to be in the Word and trying to learn and get closer to God and understanding and things we hadn't thought of. Because there's already been numerous things that you guys have all brought up to me that I either hadn't looked at that way or had never known was even something to think about, So that's why I know I keep saying this. I'm an emo old lady, but not emo, but emotional. I just really, really appreciate and value what we're building here, regardless of, if it gets any bigger. I think this is wonderful. I really hope that we can, have some more people come through and if we could bring people to God in general, and just love on people that might need it. I just really, really value this. So thank you again. Yes, and it is fun. And we have had, a few times where people have gotten heated. Sometimes it's a language barrier, but sometimes it's just hard-headed. And there's been a couple of times where it's been political. And actually, Andy, I don't know if I got a chance to tell you this, that the guy that used to be in here a lot that mentioned flat earth, I think he popped in the other night and he was asking like if there was any, I don't know, something that alluded to the idea that he did leave that night because he was upset or whatever. But when he was in here, Alan was also here, and he went and looked at Alan's YouTube, and apparently Alan has a lot of Islam stuff on his YouTube, so he's pretty sure Alan isn't coming in here to just ask questions. He thinks he is trying to cause problems, and of course I just want to, be open to answer questions and help people learn and find the way. There has also been a couple people come through, one in particular who has made up some stories that spidey senses, if you will, have gone off. But there's really no point in calling it out because I feel oftentimes like people say, oh, attention seeker, or they're just trying to get attention or this and that. And I just figure if those people are crying out for attention or doing things to get attention, maybe they just need attention. Maybe they just need to be loved on. I just wish people wouldn't lie to get the attention, because I'm the type of person you could just come up to me and say, listen, I just need someone to give me some attention. I just need to be, because I think sometimes we all feel lonely in life, but people come out with these grandiose stories about things that they've been through or things that are happening that are very clearly, at least to me, not completely honest. And that rubs other people the wrong way. I just try to take things with a grain of salt or with face value and just pray and love on them and hope that they realize that they don't have to do that anymore, But yeah, that one guy, It was so abrupt because you guys especially were like talking back and forth and everything was all cool and good, and then that topic was brought up. You didn't respond super well to it, or he felt made fun of or whatever, and then he just left. Well, he's down bad mad because I rejected his flat earth. Yeah, no offense to him, but he was coming at me pretty hard over something he apparently didn't believe in. Yeah, and I agree, and that's why it was getting heated. And I've had that experience with people who say they um, don't believe in the flat earth or this or whatever. And they get really heated defending it, but then they'll say, well, I don't even believe it. And I've had that happen a lot because I think they're just not real sure of themselves. But I just like that most of us, and most of the time, we can all, even if it's like something we're pretty passionate about, we're still not just going to dip out. I mean, that would be really horrible if you guys said something I just didn't agree with, and I'm like, well, bye. Life's over. Immediately, somebody says something I don't agree with, disconnected, you're done. That would be pretty silly. But who knows? I just hope that we all can, just be mature about stuff and agree to disagree like you guys were just doing. Also, I told you the Alan guy's questions, and I know, but it was like, oh, well, I don't want to name names, but, because it's, yeah, we'll talk about that in private. And I could be off base, but I was surprised that I was the only one that peeped it, but I don't want to be gossiping about anybody or anything. It was just pretty clear to me. It was just one thing that happened after another each day, and also the times didn't line up for what they were saying. I just stopped with him because at that point, there's no point. He was wasting my time and his. Also, once he started claiming I didn't have any rebuttals or response, this, that, and the... Yeah. Well, and I just kept trying to say, it doesn't need to be a fight. Like, I mean, all of us, we're all different people. We all have different beliefs, and we're all going to come across people who have a belief that to us is just absurd. But to them, it's like clear as day, But I just feel like, well, let's curb that topic and not, because those aren't that. I mean, you can call it a biblical topic but it's really, inflammatory, I guess. And people that are very staunchly for or staunchly against that will get aggro every single time. I don't think I've ever seen people just friendly talking about that. Do you know what? I was in the car the other day and I said, bro, you're rubbing off on me, Andy. Word, I understand that. Definitely don't want to gossip or calling out names over the internet like that because this isn't a drama center. Yeah, exactly. I want it to be. And even to me, even if Alan isn't, Islam, I always get them confused. Is a Muslim and Islam's a religion. They are Muslims. Is that? I always get it confused. And then I try to remember Arabic is what they write. It just seems like a lot. So I don't want to make anybody feel bad. But if he is here ultimately, because he does, repetitive questions, and him and somebody else were giving me, they'd give one verse and they were pasted the same way, like with the verse number right up against the first letter, and then they'd give, parts of verses, and it just seemed like maybe they were the same person because they never talked at the same time either. And they were both trying to debunk separate topics and kind of making me spin in circles. And I would read the whole thing and I would say, this is why it makes sense. This, I'm answering your question. It says it right here. God says it. Jesus says it. They both said it. It's all been said or whatever. And it just didn't click. And, I said, as long as he doesn't get to where he's causing a problem or anything, I don't mind answering the questions and being kind. But I also can't have the whole focus be on the same thing being hashed over and over when I've answered every way I can. I mean, even God turns them over to their to the reprobate minds, like I've said before. Even he says, well, forget it, you're done. I've tried. I did all I could. Right. Yeah. Well, and he came at us sideways when he first came in. And at first I was like, oh, here we go. But then I was like, okay, I think that's when I started asking him if it's not his first language. And then that helped for a while. And he said he felt comfortable with me. And everybody else seems to be telling me he's trying to cause problems or play games or whatever. And once I get to that point, I'll just be like, okay, you're done, son. But if he's causing problems with anybody, then we'll have a problem. But he hasn't been around the last couple nights. Also, I think that laugh react emoji thing, I'm not sure if Leo's being funny by when he comes in, he does it several times, or if he was the one to do it to begin with. But I told him, I don't want to have to block you, boy, but I will. Because he's like 15, and I love it that, young kids are coming in to try and get some word too. Although it makes me think that some of the topics we've brought up, we should probably do on Discord voice or something and not live, because I mean, not that we get dirty or anything, obviously, but sometimes we're talking about, drugs or Song of Solomon. He also ignored all of us talk. Yeah. Right. Biblical comparison would be when that girl who had a demon in her that was following Paul around being disruptive. Yeah. Yeah, I get that, and I feel that too. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping we're wrong and he'll come back and be like, oh, hey, this clicked now, or it made sense, or just not come back, But if I have to handle it, I will. Or maybe Kenny already did, and that's why he hasn't been here for a couple of days. Maybe Kenny said, man, no, let's just go. Because he is moderator, so casted the demon out of her. I'm not seeing this guy. Right. Yeah, and I feel you, and that's why I'm on guard about it. It's just, I just want so bad to be a good witness. It's just like, I just wasn't sure. But we'll see what happens next. Oop, it's time to leave and go get Kenneth. My poor kid. He's burnt out from working, and he's trying to finish up school and all sorts of stuff. And he told his boss that he needed Wednesdays off and Sundays off for church and for gaming with his friends. And recently he told her, because he's been, he's always been a very happy, level-headed kid, and lately his mental health is taking a toll, overthinking and just feeling burnt out. And his boss is not hearing him. The other day she asked him in person, hey, it's summer now, do you want more hours? And he was like, well, it's not summer, we're homeschooled. We just go and then take breaks as we need them. We don't do summer really. And so he said, no, I don't want any more hours. He said, I just want to work 2 days a week, and neither of those days can be on Sunday and Wednesday. And right after, she schedules him for Wednesday, makes him work 4 days a week. And now a friend who normally he would switch with, because he could get Wednesday off if he switched with his kid, but it puts him working like 5 days in a row and then having 2 days off and starting it all over again. And he's, he's still a kid. Once we get the daycare going, he's going to be an aide at my daycare, and he'll be paid to like handle the kids while I'm making lunches or, go on field trips and stuff like that. But it will be part-time. Yeah, well, I know people have to run a business, but they even told him straight up that they're trying to fast track him to manager. And he said it was a mistake, but he just asked, could somebody out of sheer curiosity, could somebody under 18 be a manager? Just because he's, likes to know things. And so they took that as he wants to be a manager. And so they're really pushing him because he is their best employee, like they're going to train him for cashier and open a whole nother register, because usually you have to be 18 because they sell alcohol. But they're going to open another register that says no alcohol in this line, just so that he can cashier. And he's Angel. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well then, yeah, if he comes back, we'll just go ahead and, because whatever the case may be, he's obviously causing strife in the group, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. So, I also have given people, my email is on display for these lives even. People can reach out to me separately for questions, and we just won't have them in the chat. I can also put them on timeout where they can come and watch live. They just can't talk. Okay, Brittany, enjoy. I took a really long shower today, and I really needed it. It felt great to just be in there. So I'm headed out to get Kenneth. So I know probably everybody is here knows how this goes, but in case somebody else is here who does not know, I will be driving to get my son. You'll probably hear the... no, baby, I'm just going to go real quick. I'll be right back, okay?
There's an offer to go earlier in the day.
What?
Charlotte said, do you want to come? Mommy and I said, no.
No, I didn't ask anybody to go earlier. I was just going to look for a microphone earlier, honey. I'll be right back. Anyway, you'll hear the noisy gravel roads as I'm driving to get him, but you'll be on the dashboard, so I won't be able to see what you're saying. I'll just ramble on, and you guys are welcome to ignore me. I'm low on my pain medication, and my doctor has been out of the office, so I've been taking like a half a day. And the pain medication, was for long-standing issues because I have chronic health conditions. And for my broken ribs and stuff like that. And so I don't have anything stronger or take any more or anything like that because of the tumor in my arm. Oh Lord, I don't know when it ended. What did I drop off on? Because it suddenly was like I disconnected from Wi-Fi to 5G. So I don't know what part it was muted at. Ooh, good. Yeah, I was saying earlier, you're probably just wanting to hurry up and get it done. That's how I am. I don't want to drag something out. Just go it. Get it done. Do you guys hear me now? Did you seriously not hear me rambling on and on about nonsense and singing? If you didn't hear me singing, that's awesome. You guys are probably talking in private, like, let's tell her we can't hear her so she'll just shut up. Okay, let me know if you can hear me now or not. I'm going to read back through the comments. Oh, your boss is a left-wing atheist. That's got to be hard on you. I didn't see that before Angel got here. I'm not going to listen and conversate and debate with ChatGPT. That cracks me up because some people actually have like girlfriends or boyfriends that are chatbots. What is that about? And then there's ones that have been telling kids to unalive themselves. I hate having to say unalive, but I don't want to trigger the... I've been talking to mine so much, I named him Tim, and he goes by that name and also knows mine. Mine started knowing stuff that I had not told it. It knew Steven's name, and I know I had never given it to it. Angie to ChatGPT says, Christ is Lord. Say Christ is Lord. Say Christ is Lord. Say Christ is Lord. Do it. Nice work on the room, bro. Yeah, well, for real though. I full out debated ChatGPT on the whole biblical pacifist belief, and I straight up beat AI on the topic with a conceded to me on it. That's wonderful. That's just hilarious. I kept looping on saying you didn't want to drag it out. Drag what out? Oh, that was before I even left my house. Yeah, I was just trying not to have dead air while I drove to get Kenny because I'm not going to pick up my phone while I'm driving to see what you guys are saying. That was a quick shower, Brittany. I remember when my babies would be small and I would go take a shower and I would like have to take their bouncer seat into the bathroom to be in there for more than 12 seconds. And even sometimes now I have to turn my shower off and listen because I think I hear my kids. But today I told them, I said, everybody better pee now because I don't want to hear a peep at my door. I'm not going to answer. So y'all can pee in the backyard. She let him get on. It's okay. She's okay that he's here right now. I think. Oh no. Poor Angel. I think he's kidding. But maybe not. She gave him the look. And she's all laughing along like it's just a joke. Glaring at him. You better not tell them. She's going to start giving me the laugh react over and over. I would deserve it right now, I think. That's awesome. The look works, Brittany. She gave him the look and he's like, oh, my wife's amazing. Run, Angel, run. She told me she would make me brownies, so I'm hoping I'll get them before next week. You know what? I said I wasn't going to do anything, and I asked Kenny to help his little brothers do something, but I ended up last night making cookies. Usually I would go all out, you know, like peppercorn steak and stuffed potatoes and jalapeno poppers or grill or, I've always done holidays up real big, so it's different this year and I'm just trying not to focus on it. Usually I've made like layered cheesecakes and all sorts of stuff, but I didn't this year. I love German chocolate cake, but I became allergic to coconut a few years ago. I see zingers at the store, the Hostess zingers. Although the tiger tails were better, but I still would really like a zinger. But I like to be able to, breathe and swallow. So I don't like strawberries on cheesecake. I like cherries, raspberries, blueberries, especially if the cheesecake has like a lemon flavor to it. Any berries and lemon combo I'm all about. But strawberries I'm not that big on. Unless it's shortcake. Yes. Now, this is how I do my poppers. I cut them in half. And of course I, scrape everything out. But I like to leave some seeds because I like the spice. But I mix, let me see, cream cheese, Colby Jack cheese, pepper jack cheese, bacon pieces, and I feel like I'm forgetting something, and then some seasonings. And I stuff that into the poppers. And then I press the poppers into like breadcrumbs or panko or some combination thereof, depends on what I have and what I feel like. And then I put them in the air fryer. And they're so good. I'm running a live that likes superior berries. Strawberries just ain't it. Don't get put in timeout. Yeah, loaded potato skins. No, those are jalapenos. But yeah, I do loaded potato skins or twice baked potatoes, all sorts of different things. There's my boy running to me because he missed me so much. I know it.
I had a box in my hand and I just forgot to put it down.
Oh, yeah? You missed me terribly, I know. Don't you laugh.
I wasn't laughing because I was saying I didn't miss you terribly. I was laughing because I had a box in my hand.
You're supposed to be at work. Was that Jenna there?
What?
Never mind. I won't explain that one. I'm getting crazy here.
Are you okay?
We're on live, so here.
Yeah.
You man the chat. I was just Angel's wanting to get put on timeout.
Are you feeling okay, Mommy? Timed out. Loaded potato skins.
No.
Question mark?
He said something about strawberries on cheesecake. I said I don't like strawberries on cheesecake, and he said, what kind of live am I running? I said one that likes superior berries. There's so many better berries.
Strawberries are pretty good.
I mean, yeah, but they're not better than raspberries or blueberries on a cheesecake. Come on. Even blackberries, boysenberries, marionberries.
Blueberries on cheesecake.
Although, okay, I would take strawberries over salmon berries on a cheesecake. Does that help?
What about boysenberries? Loaded. Oh yeah. Fun fact: Brittany makes excellent cheesecakes. Kenny. Chanting my name. Who doesn't like Kenny?
There ain't a soul alive, otherwise they're just wrong. And it's probably because they're possessed. Kenneth is the best man alive currently.
Oh, you're saying, because
Huh?
Brittany said he doesn't like Kenny, and I realized I thought she was saying someone didn't like me, but she was saying that I don't like to be referred to as Kenny.
Oh yeah. I said I get away with. I told them she's got a good memory.
Yeah, that's.
I told them early on that I get away with it, but everybody else.
Angel with the Kenneth asterisk, Kenneth asterisk, Kenneth asterisk, Kenneth asterisk.
How can you do that? My lisp, the way my lisp is set up, asterisk 3 times in a row would not work for me. It would come out as ass kiss. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sorry, I'm really sorry, guys. Sometimes the random
Swearing
thoughts
on
fly
my
out.
Christian live stream.
Your Christian live stream? Okay, all right. Yeah, probably gonna put strawberries on my next cheesecake too, aren't you, traitor? Just start calling you Joe.
Today was a pretty uneventful day at work. All I did was the only oh, it's a cat.
Oh, is the kitty hurt? Oh no,
Oh,
it was just scared. Honey, when you're scared, you gotta run faster in front of the car, okay, baby? You get home. You're so pretty. I'll bet your mommy wants to know where you are. Or do you need a mommy? Oh. Are you
Strawberries with the
okay?
laugh emoji.
Got a little bit of a limp, but I don't think he's actually hurt.
Yeah.
Probably a tomcat and his balls are too big. You know how that goes.
Bong.
Cats around here. I swear.
Even one of our own.
Oh yeah. She's wild.
Oh yeah, at work. The only interesting part of today was when I used the scanner printers and oh hi Andy. I scanned a bunch of stuff to one of my coworkers. We all have printers that we scan products, and it prints a tag for that product that goes on the shelf in front of it to tell you the price and stuff. And the cap.
What's cap? You gotta say
Cap on the we eat cats here in Arizona. That's cap. But we have those printers, and you can just select anyone's printer to scan to send stuff to print. So I just selected one of my coworkers' printers, and
eat the cats. Eat the cats.
I then scanned like 14 Reese's Thins, and he came to me in the candy aisle and he was like, oh, looks like we disconnected.
But did they hear the eat the cat? They didn't. I was singing on the way to get you, and it was totally, the sound was gone. They were hearing me loop something I said before I left the house.
Yeah, that's what happens when a stream fails, is it starts looping the whatever you said like 3 seconds before.
Yeah, I went off of Wi-Fi onto 5G and didn't think about it.
Yeah. What's up, big dog? The ceiling, or maybe the sky. It depends on where you are.
The top of the car.
Angel says, chicken of the desert. Yes.
All right. Well, maybe what people were eating cats? What was that?
The Haitian.
Oh yeah, are you Haitian? Eat the cat. Eat the cat. You guys have heard that, right?
Lol, go to the Chinese restaurant out in Arizona. They just say, Hero, try our soup of the day. It's perfect. Skull,
that was
skull.
Andy. I'm guessing that was
Yes,
Andy.
that was Andy.
Yeah.
Skull, 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 laugh, laugh, laugh.
Yeah, they're like, you should come visit Arizona.
Skull emoji.
You can come to Washington, but I'm the one cooking because I'm not going to eat your cooking from here on out, I swear. Feeding me no cats.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, I think I finished the
Your
story.
printer.
Oh, I think I finished the story.
Oh.
Here's your phone back.
Okay, so the laptop would not boot. So, yeah, you're still on the clock, my clock. It just wouldn't even boot at all. It just said HP, powered by Lubuntu, and would not do anything. Stayed like that forever. Whoa, don't die, please. No, it didn't, but it wasn't lit up red. And then, so I pushed it in and I tried turning it off and it wouldn't go off or anything. So, I don't know. No, no. Well, I'd eat cheesecake with strawberries before I'd eat a cat.
I accidentally unplugged something.
The laptop.
HP powered by Lubuntu.
Yeah, see, it said that for hours.
Said that for hours?
Hours. I closed it. I tried to press the button and get it to turn off. I took it out. Everything. Nothing would make it stop.
It's possible that some of the installs we did, since it's not an actual operating system, corrupted the ISO file.
I don't. Are we just making stuff up? In Georgia, they don't wear shoes at work. Arizona, they eat cats. And apparently make cheesecake with strawberries. Because all of you think your feet are your shoes. I live in thong sandals, like flip-flops, you know, because of pain in my feet. So I'm basically barefoot.
Yeah, I don't understand the Americans always wear their shoes thing. I take off my shoes the moment I enter the house. No way.
He's literally sitting here with one shoe off already and untying the other one.
Trying my best.
Oh, do not use your teeth to untie your laces. Just pull the thing off. Pull it off. I will get it untied.
I double tied it. So
Yeah, you just need some fingernails.
The problem is that while I'm at work, for some reason, not a shoe in existence has stayed tied for me.
Bro, you were tripping harder than all the crackheads in the city of Athens. She wears those Japanese wooden sandals. Who, your wife or me? I would
They
trip
have
as hard
crack
when
in
I wear my
Athens?
shoes at work.
I guess in modern
No,
Athens.
yeah, in Georgia, honey. No, those are uncomfortable.
Well, we might try as well.
Yeah, I'm German. I'd be clicking around, you know, clickety clack 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 in those wooden clogs. Nope. Just thong sandals.
I might need to work tomorrow.
Oh, you haven't decided about that yet?
Well, no, not that I haven't decided. It's that Hayden requested a trade,
Right, yeah, you were saying
and
that.
I accepted it, of
Oh, you
course,
did.
for Wednesday. But Shannon is a critter.
Basically, they're just, Kenny, she said she doesn't pick up her feet, she just slides them across the floor. They're making fun of me because I'm disabled. My own little core group. That's pretty mean, you guys.
Guys,
I thought we were friends.
we don't do hazing in this group.
Yeah, we don't do hazing here.
Did you guys even do the?
And she's been doing the laugh react to me all day, basically too. So
you-
I don't know.
Did you guys even take the?
And she bullied Angel when they first met too. Remember?
Did you guys even take the Boy Scout Youth Protection Program training?
Angel said, "Don't lie to me, Andy. The bottom of your feet are like 36 grit sandpaper." I have noticed that since I've been on my leave of absence, my feet have gotten rough on the bottom again because I used to be wearing shoes to work all the time, and now I'm back in my thongs all the time. Gotta be putting on just a thick layer of lotion all the time. Hazing is not allowed. That's lame, bro.
We have this fun game for new people. It's
Because she slides them so much. Yeah, we're just going in on me. Then all right.
Wait. Around here we have this fun game for new people. You have to go up to everyone and say hazing isn't okay.
My Boy Scout, folks. I laughed at the comments about Andy. Yeah, I did. It's my life. I'll do what I want to. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. I'm totally harassing you. We do a lot of teasing or hazing around this house anyway. Not hazing, but
hazing.
not actual. I know, like hazing.
Hazing is like
Hazing that I know about is where, you know, people do like butt chugging. Why right then did the count of the people in here just pop up and double to 6? So now that's what they know. Oh, and it just dropped back down.
Everyone's first word is butt chugging, and they
All they
instantly
heard.
leave.
All they heard was butt chugging. They're like, I've seen all I need to see.
A nice Christian stream. Butt chug.
You don't know what butt chugging is, Brittany? That's a good thing. I'm glad.
Don't explain.
Angel, I'm sure you probably know, or maybe you can Google it for her. Actually, probably don't Google that because you probably wouldn't like
Where's my other Pop-Tart?
other stuff coming up with it.
Yeah,
Just randomly.
No, don't turn the find the setting that turns off images in HTML.
Do none of you know what it is? You're gonna okay. Here, I'll give you a hint. Because you've heard this, your phone has also heard it, right? So you're probably gonna start getting recommendations on like Amazon and Facebook for like funnels and beer bongs. It's chugging in a different, it's not like chugging in your mouth like you normally would drink.
The most appropriate thing to talk about on a Christian.
No,
stream.
but I can't leave them uneducated, right? I mean, it's not for sexual purposes. It's how the colleges were doing that back in the day. And a kid died. Bro, that's diabolical. Yes, literally. Like, a kid died years ago when I was a teenager. I think more people have died since, but that was a big deal back then. And we were like, oh my gosh, from drinking? Because they usually just pump their stomach. But if it goes in that way, you get it into your bloodstream a lot faster. And he was from Georgia. Angel's. Oh, I love this. Clowning. That's hilarious.
What was I saying? Oh, this is it's time for your test. You've got to set it out.
Fine. No, I'm just kidding. I did it the other night. Give me a minute. Don't stare at me. You're making me nervous. I go into here, and it's into System Tools. Just Discover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll rotate device.
Loading.
Sounds like something they'd be doing while kissing their cousins. That's illegal. Well, wait. I guess technically it's not illegal to kiss. Still gross.
In my world, it is. Catch you kissing your cousin, we're gonna have serious problems.
Laugh emoji, laugh emoji, laugh emoji.
Angel does the sideways ones like I do.
Rolling laughing.
Yeah, it's not illegal in Georgia, and that's actually probably factual. Let us know, Andy.
Poor Andy.
Oh, Andy can give just as well as he receives. Okay. And then I search for...
Poor Andy lives in Georgia.
OBS, right?
Whatever, cat muncher law.
Okay, so we're getting the laptop set. Why wouldn't it start for me and it did for you?
Did
you have to unplug it and turn it off, or?
I'm not sure.
What's that?
I think.
What is that?
The
computer Aura or whatever?
Yeah, it's the computer. I tell you, it's real.
Oh, no, I don't want DVBot. What is that?
Yeah, you don't want DV cut.
Okay.
That's a editing.
That's
That's an editing program.
Okay. So how do I?
Is it wrong of me to genuinely be curious what like the texture of cat would be? I imagine it wouldn't be very good.
Burnaby is probably outside of the store hearing you say that right now.
I would never eat Burnaby. Just like I would never eat a chicken.
He would probably.
Just like I would never eat a chicken I kept as a pet, but I would still eat chicken.
He would probably eat Hattie. Do you think?
I would eat Hattie.
Not you, Burnaby.
Oh.
Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
I would eat Hattie at a moment's notice. She gets out one more time and I'll do it. I swear.
Give me your phone. Yeah, Keegan will have the fire going and you just eat her on in. Yoink her up and eat her in.
Like
It's
what?
dead.
Like one of
Plug it
the.
in.
Oh yeah, it was 1% when I clocked out.
Okay.
Dude. Let's see. What did Andy get for Father's Day? What did you get for Father's Day?
We
Yeah.
already knew. Oh, you weren't here for that?
I
You got
I
a
wasn't here.
gift card for whatever the game's PS4 or whatever. And he got a collectible.
Awesome.
And then Angel got a watch that he returned.
Yeah.
How rude.
Very rude.
And apparently he's gonna get cheesecake eventually.
Ooh.
Or brownies. It's brownies.
Apparently, Cat is kind of like Gator. Now,
That helps.
pardon,
Oh yeah,
pardon,
like Gator.
pardon me asking, but what's Gator like? I
Gator.
mean,
I've heard Gator is good jerky.
yeah. Does that mean it's
That
really
is the
chewy?
Normal thing.
Gator,
Yeah.
Gator tots.
Honey, Gator
What's
tot.
that mean?
You mean like
This
nugget?
is the auto configuration wizard.
I
Just
just
can't.
next?
Just cancel.
Oh.
This is the. Do you remember that's the thing that causes all the static to go all over your screen?
Oh,
You don't even need that.
so that's what.
That just slightly changes some settings to make everything ideal for your stream.
Mhm.
But you don't really need that.
Okay, so I need to go and open YouTube and. I ordered a mic. Did I tell you that?
You didn't.
Yeah, I
Did you
got
order a hard drive?
15 bucks.
Did you order a hard drive?
I didn't because
you
when I
want-
was ordering, I wasn't at home, and then I had to jump online. But
Yeah.
I want to look and see how much they are.
I think
don't have.
if we get one that's like off-brand, then we could probably get it for $18-20.
Oh really?
An on-brand one would probably be somewhere between 30 and 40.
Because
But
I really didn't have the $15 I spent on the mic. You know,
But
I do, but I don't
an
have
off-brand-
any more income.
an off-brand one would be like. An off-brand one would be probably somewhere like 500 gigabytes, which would be like the really low
Why do I
end.
have to skip every step? Can't I just?
What's fire? The
I can
just
Okay, yeah.
close
That's what I
this
think. I
window.
just close it.
yeah.
Okay.
Firefox is kind of annoying. Let's see. I haven't been looking at comments in a second. Oh, I see. Gator's like cat.
Yeah, yeah, that helps because we've definitely eaten
Yeah.
gator.
Well, no. So you see, I was asking what cat's like. They said gator, and I asked what gator was like, and they said like cat. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that explains it.
yeah.
You really just paused to fart?
What? Don't even. Do not. I can't believe you're over here busting butt and blaming your mother. What is wrong with you?
Uh,
Are you getting me back for when I'd be in the store pushing you around in a cart when you were like 18 months old, and I'd be like, "Oh, is he dirt? Is his diaper dirty?" I told them eventually they're gonna hear all the noises come out of me.
you stink.
Okay. Okay. Do I? Do I? You want to hear?
No.
You want to get it down. Take it. He's too quick for me, guys. Oh.
There's a chair here. I just fell on a chair on accident.
If you hadn't fallen on the chair, you would have fallen all the way to the ground. So. And maybe on a knitting needle in my bag. Of
God placed this chair here just for this
Praise
moment.
the Lord. Won't he do it?
Yes. Gator is good. Boa. What's boa?
Boa is a snake?
Oh, so it's like boa. Oh, okay. That. Watch This Ant was the wrong one. It wasn't what was advertised. Oh.
What?
Yeah, they do that a lot now. Oh, he's talking about the watch he got, why he sent it back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I was just
the-
teasing him from earlier.
Everything on the internet anymore is just so fake. They lie about everything.
Yeah, that's why I want to support smaller websites and stuff. But for one, I really rail against paying shipping. But for two, you can't just send it back. You have to pay to ship it back if it's their mistake. And, so it's Amazon for me.
Yeah, Amazon sucks, but it's like
And I get
Sadly,
poor
the-
people Prime. I only have to pay $6 for Prime because I'm poor.
Play on. What do you play on PS5 or PS4?
I think it was 4. He was talking about getting a 5.
Oh.
That's what the card was for.
Yeah.
I almost just started spelling out my password, like I do. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole PC Master Race thing. There's nothing wrong with playing on console, really, but PC will always, just by design, it's more customizable in the software you can put on it. It's more powerful and efficient, but it's gonna always be more expensive and less portable, less contained, I suppose. So yeah, PC's better, but in the regard of power efficiency and diversity, where consoles and phones and stuff like that excel in a lot of other areas that a lot of people don't think about when they say PC is always better. You should just get a PC. Like people who travel a lot or live in a place where PC parts are expensive or whatever. Hey, the delay is not too bad. I'm getting assaulted? Oh, by the gator and the cat?
No, me.
Oh!
What are you talking about?
Oh, that was at the time. Yeah, I was getting straight assaulted. Over a fart too.
Abuse right here live on YouTube. You heard it here, folks. Okay, what am I gonna play in the background? I shouldn't play any of my videos for these people. They don't even go watch them, except for Brittany. Thank you, Brittany. I could put on the ASMR with sound and lull them all to sleep while their phones are still logged in. That would be cool.
I feel like the amount of money it takes to buy a PC that's better than a console is probably fractions of the amount that it would cost to get a car. Like you could get like a high-end gaming PC for like 2K. And like the cheapest car ever is going to take 5K, so
Okay, so I've got the thing I want to play in the background. Okay.
If you already have a console and that's all you need to play the games that you want, then I wouldn't put in the investment to get a computer just to play a couple games that you may or may not play. Do some research. That's the thing with computers. You need to do research on every individual part, every individual program, everything you want to do. You need to do a bunch of research. That's pretty good advice in general when you're spending money.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to take this over. Did it do it?
Didn't we do this last time and it had both streaming at the same time?
That was 2 separate streams. This is the same one.
Oh.
Type in there and I'll see if it pops up over here.
Are y'all able to hear me? Hold on. Let me how do I type?
Oh yeah, you can't.
Testing 1 2 3. Are y'all able to hear me?
I don't have the OBS going yet, and I don't have the mic situation set up, so you want to come and do that real quick?
Yeah,
they hear us. Okay, so come get that set up.
Yippee.
Oh, don't close it.
Let me close it.
So I have the thing in the background that I want to be playing. I just need you to mute it, make a sound thing for the mic and all that. Here. And I do want to keep it set back up here. Oh, I think what you ripped out was the mic cord. So I don't see it. No, there's the plug. Is this the mic cord? Yeah. Here.
Oops.
Okay. When you put it back up here, we'll do that. Okay. This would be pretty cool and seamless if that works and I can just switch over without having to start a whole new live. That's nice. Watch me end it on the phone and it ends on the computer too. We will see. It's so funny because usually to do something like this live, I would be so well versed in it before I started, you know? Because I fly by the seat of my pants for projects and things like that. But things where I should be knowing how to run it, I make sure I do or I don't do it. This time I'm just out here flying by the seat of my pants on this. Here's the mic cord. Other side, honey. Oh, yeah, it's gonna have to come on back over here. Careful of that plug.
Yeah. I was just about to say you could probably unplug this and replug in, it'd be fine, but I'm too chicken to try it.
Yeah, no. Make sure to turn off the desktop volume.
Yeah. Of course.
And don't start the video until they're in there.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna do a little test drive to make absolute sure that it.
Ooh, we have 50% for other and 25 and 25 for mid and post.
Testing.
Can you guys hear it?
So it works, it's not choppy.
Okay, I want to know if we can hear. I'm going to go out here and see if we can still hear me on the phone. Can you hear me now? There's a little ASMR for you. Smacking my mouth. I know Brittany loves this. Okay, let's see what comes through. I just want to know if they can still hear on here without me being in here. They probably are all going to just leave at once.
You want me to start streaming on this?
Yeah.
Maybe.
They're laughing. It's just her. She's doing the laughing emojis. She's torturing me.
Oh,
but I deserve it.
Should I stop this stream?
No, I'm hoping we can seamlessly just use that one.
No, do you remember from last time
Oh,
we tried
we have
this,
to have
but
the key.
The mobile streams don't have a key. Probably on purpose so that you can't do a stream.
Okay. You yak at them for a bit, and I will set up a new one.
Laugh.
Yeah, I was out there seeing if they could hear me. Doing, smacking my mouth and whispering like ASMR.
Ew.
And
Ew.
Brittany doesn't like it any more than I do, I don't think. Okay.
I just had a dumb idea. What if I start the video? What if I start video on just on my beard, so we can just have a beard cam for a couple seconds.
Beard? Is that what we're calling it?
Beard. Yeah. Shut up. I
No,
mean,
you're good.
yeah. It's not really a beard.
Your dad only had a couple spider legs. Well, I guess he was starting to do a little bit at this age.
Jake, while I was in the freezer, I was like, yo, he was explaining to us how if you get like a little bit of drool on your chin or whatever while you're doing the freezer, it'll just freeze instantly into your beard. And he was pointing at me and saying, you have a beard, to the other guy, you have a mustache. And I was like, I was looking at the other guy because I didn't know he was talking to me, because I don't really think of this as a beard. It's not very beardly. It's very small, and half of it's bigger than the other half. but I want to look less like a chipmunk.
Alright, what time is it right now? I mean, I could even say.
It is 11:07, but it should show on the computer what time it is. In the very bottom right corner.
Of all the things that asked me if I want to reuse, it was when we were at the Wild Horse Monument. I've had like 20 lives since then. Why would it offer me that one? What did you say?
11:07.
Okay, so I can set it for like 11:20 or something.
I see that you guys have a tribulation poll.
Yeah. You gotta vote on your own phone.
What was that conversation? I'm not gonna vote
Yeah, we
here.
were just talking more about that, and we'll be obviously covering it on Tuesday.
Yeah. I haven't. Would it surprise you guys to hear I actually haven't read Revelation? I guess I just never got around to it.
Listen to my videos.
I listened to a couple of your videos, yeah. I know bits and pieces, but I've never fully sat down and read Revelation. I really need to do that.
You will be doing that
Yes.
if you're joining the prophecy live.
When's the prophecy live?
Tuesdays. Yeah, you're supposed to work Tuesdays, aren't you? It's
Yeah,
Tuesday
I work Tuesday.
We might be changing it around or doing it later or something because Andy is like driving to work at that time or something. So.
Yeah. It's the only book in the Bible that has a blessing for reading it. What's that mean? Is there like a thing at the start that like blesses you for reading it? Yeah, I really need to sit down and read it. And I could do it over the live stream, but over the live stream I'm less interested in not less interested in reading the Bible, but when doing it over the live stream, I'm not thinking of, it's not like a moment alone with God reading the Bible. It's iron sharpening iron, reading the Bible together. And I don't know, psychologically it's like a different thing.
I wonder where Donovan is tonight. I thought he'd be here because he was talking on Discord.
Yeah. You know what? I might. No, I'm not. I was gonna say I might just have an audio Bible of Revelation playing while I'm playing Minecraft, but that defeats the whole purpose of it being a moment alone with God. If you've also got block game playing. Oh, wonderful! Finally, a moment alone with God. Minecraft. Does anyone else in this stream eat Brussels sprouts raw?
They're gonna be clowning you in a second.
Not unless one of them does it too. I was at work.
I would be so surprised.
I was at work and I was sleep deprived, and so everyone was like worried about me, and like my managers were like, Angel with the no.
Angel, really? That soft-spoken sweet man is like yelling at you?
No.
Wow, with the exclamation points. That's pretty.
Y'all ready
that
for
was
another?
pretty aggressive, Angel.
That's a
You hit a
Washington.
nerve.
That's a Washington thing. No,
that
it's
is
not a
Kenneth
Washington thing. At work, I was sleep deprived, and I wasn't that hungry that day, so I decided to eat some Brussels sprouts. Everyone was like really concerned for me. Like
He does it all the time. He has for years.
Yeah,
cabbage too.
cabbage and Brussels sprouts raw are just really good. I don't like them cooked because they're slimy and gross. I like them raw because they have the flavor and the crunch. They're just good. Y'all ready for another biblical hot take from me, lol? From
Yes.
Andy? Yes, give me your biblical hot take. I need to roast some marshmallows. Brittany with the I didn't expect everyone to be so against this. I was talking about this with what's her name? I was talking about this with, I think it was either It was one of my coworkers, and I was like, everyone was so worried about me because I was eating Brussels sprouts, and she was like, "You too?" And I was like, "Yes."
Really? You found
I-
another person that...
I don't remember who it was.
That's really sad. God said no, that's not it. That's not the one for you.
You're instantly
'Cause he knows it's
You're
Sam.
instantly shipping me with this person surely because of mutual like of Brussels
No,
sprouts.
God has already said no because we have Sam.
Oh my
Sam, or
gosh.
what's that other girl's name? Oh, we're not outing people, that's right. But that other girl.
She ships me with girls at grocery stores.
Nice small town girls. What?
Solomon really wasn't wise towards the end. Yeah, that's kind of I think.
Solomon was a whole entire knob.
Yeah, he definitely was not. That's not really a biblical take. He saw a woman on a balcony. He had like hundreds of wives, and
700?
he had like 700 wives, and he saw some woman on a balcony who was like, and,
Dude.
and then
No,
like.
that was David. David
Oh.
was the one, and she was on the bath.
No, Solomon was the one who like paid a bunch of money to get like a giant idolatry
yeah.
temple made.
Yeah, there were like
All
two of his
that
wives.
wisdom really like fell out near the end there.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Did he go to heaven? Maybe. I would need to read. I would need to read to see like what happened after he did the dumb. Because like it wildly depends on if he repents and stops being dumb, but
Do you guys know
typically
that,
not.
like, there's people that don't believe in repentance. Like I just was watching a couple minutes of a video, and it was this pastor. Oh, it was that guy you sent me to, Andy, that you had me react to his video. He was talking about this pastor who was like just so confused on stage because people were telling him that you shouldn't repent or something, but I didn't watch the whole video, so I'm taking it completely out of context, but I guess there are people that feel that way.
Isn't that like the whole point?
I thought maybe he was lumping it in with the Lord's Prayer that seems unnecessary or whatever. So that could be it.
Like the one like when atheists think of Christianity, the one thing they think of is the guy who died for everyone's sins. That's the point. That'd be really weird if people didn't believe in repentance. But I'm sure there's people who don't because people are weird. I'm lost in comments. Yeah, Solomon the Wise was not that wise.
Yeah, he definitely.
Yeah, I was wrong. That was David. Thank you, Brittany.
What?
And you said it too. I think
No.
she might have said it first. I'm not sure.
No, it won't let me do a live
Oh.
before the 16th. I'm really irritated.
What kind? Yeah, I got them mixed up. Sorry, Angel. What kind of Bible? Because I was responding to what kind of Bible is what kind of Washington Bible is Kenneth reading? That was David, and Brittany said it's probably a Georgia Bible. Wait, what? I missed what she said.
Today is the 15th, correct?
The 15th, I believe so. Yeah, 15th.
Is it because the clock on this laptop is wrong or something? Because it won't let me schedule.
Oh yeah, it's probably the clock on the
Okay,
probably
well, I'll just
wrong.
schedule it out then and it won't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, it thinks it's. You think it would go by YouTube? I'm on their website. That doesn't make any sense to me. So I'll
Hey-
put it for 6:20.
Hey guys, guess what?
Chicken butt.
You ruined my joke.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know what you're actually gonna do.
It's the 16th in Georgia. Dang. Georgians are in not Groundhog Day. Not.
Are you high?
They're shut up. They're slightly.
Hey,
They're
excuse
slightly.
me,
I'm
and
sorry.
excuse you.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Virgins are
What?
slightly in the future. What?
Virgins are what?
Virgins are slightly in the future.
Yeah, I know, honey. That's good. You should be married for anyway. Okay, so
Andy says he missed something you said.
I missed what Mama Church said last. My pastor posted. What is he calling me, Mama Church? I missed what Mama Church said. Well, something my pastor. Oh no, not your pastor. Am I Mama Church? Is that what this is? Hey Leo. Glad to see you.
Hey Leo, she's Mama Church now.
I guess. Okay, that's me. All right, I love it. I claim it. That guy you had me do the reaction video to. His last name, I want to say it starts with an O or something. A video was automatically playing like as you're scrolling, and it was some pastor freaking out because people were telling him that you don't need to repent, that repentance isn't a thing, that's not something you have to do. But I think it was related to the Lord's Prayer, maybe. But the guy was like having a whole fit on stage, like talking to his congregation, like, can somebody explain to me, like, we're not supposed to call in the name of Jesus and stuff? I don't know. It was really, I was busy, so I scrolled past, but it popped into my head because I was thinking there are people who don't think you have to repent. Which guy? The guy that starts with his last name starts with an O. I think he did the Trinity, but no. It was the once saved, always saved guy. That he was debunking that, or he was agreeing with that, and I was debunking him for you, or whatever. Sorry, I'm trying to do 10 things at once here. Yeah, here you go.
I was confused. I thought you were saying that there was people who didn't believe that in forgiveness, but you were saying repentance.
It's
yeah,
like they don't believe you
that
have to
you
repent
don't
to
that you
get
don't
it.
need to say sorry. Yeah,
It's just like automatic.
I feel like
Okay.
yeah, because every time I pray for as many things that I'm sorry for that I can think of, and then
I've
say
told
anything,
you.
and then and I pray for anything that I forget to be forgiven.
Don't go down that
Is
road.
that, is that
how,
not?
Well, that's how I used to pray, and still sometimes fall back into, because my dad was a fire and brimstone. I felt like if I died before I forgot to ask for forgiveness for one little thing, that I would go to hell.
Yeah.
So just don't stress out. About
Yeah,
it.
I imagine some so like it. I don't know, because I feel like asking for what's the criteria? What percentage of your sins do you need to ask for forgiveness for before the rest of them are forgiven?
I think that if there is a sin in your past and you have if you sinned before you were saved, you're washed white as snow. You're covered in the blood of the Lamb. So you don't have to remember anything you used to do. Yada yada. And if you're actively a Christian and you sin, and it's like a little white lie, and you forget about it for weeks, and it comes up, God's going to convict you in the process of that. If you're walking close with him, you'll know if you need to ask for forgiveness or change something you're doing.
Yeah.
But you don't need to sit down and remember every single sin you've ever committed. I don't think God's going to be like, remember that one time Stephen took a Pepsi out of the fridge?
Yeah, like
He
those.
stole, and then he lied about it.
Like that one trend on all the videos. It's like people saying, if you laugh, you go to hell.
Oh man, that's like my Jesus AI video.
Everyone who
Don't get me started on that. Okay, I think
the guy who laughed to that video
Yeah.
going to hell, even though he was a Christian, did missionary for 3 years.
did missionary. That's not how you word that, sweetheart.
I don't think that was even that badly worded. You're the weird one, I swear.
I'm Mama Church, and you're Kenny Trap House or something over here.
I don't think I said that. I don't think I said that very weird. I think
Okay, can you get this one started?
doing missionary as a verb is not like a very
So
weird.
being a missionary, first of all.
Is it that?
No.
Like
No.
doing missionarying, you know?
Missionary work or something.
Whatever. Yeah.
I mean, I guess they call that work too sometimes, but who knows? Anyway, get it started over here for me, honey. I've got the thing set up. Just make sure it's on that when it started.
I was not paying enough attention to the works versus no works for getting into heaven conversation to have anything to say about it, unfortunately. Hi, Steven.
Say hi to Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Everyone says hi to Andy specifically.
Andy. Where's Andy?
Andy says, "Sup, little bros." Go tell Steven that Andy said, "Sup, little bros." I'm locking them out. He's from Texas. Are you sure he's not from Georgia? I don't even know what the context of that was. I hope that wasn't rude. Yeah, exactly. Andy on the that's yeah. I'm not eloquent with words. Oh, oops. I locked everyone out.
I told them they could come say hi.
Well, they did say hi, and then I told Steven
Come get
to.
out.
Yes.
Not the topic, huh?
I did you.
I lost my Pepsi for I
I
think I took it in the car.
I forgot what you said about how to get what to do with setting it out.
Like put the key in or whatever and
Oh
start
yeah,
streaming.
okay.
Oh, and make sure that the background video is muted. I got me some banana cream pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want a bite?
It's banana.
Mm-hmm. Banana. Banana business. There you go. Oh, you don't want to bite? Okay. Yeah.
Me and Kylie were like playing
Mm-hmm.
on the seesaw.
Yeah.
And he like kept spinning me around full speed, and we would act like I was like flying. I laid down on the, I like pretend to lay down on the thing. And
Yeah.
like do this with my legs.
Doctor,
up to the
how
side.
old
And I
are
would act like I'm flying.
Brittany asks how old they all are.
My kid?
Dr. Pepper is better than Pepsi. That's true, Angel.
Hi, Angel.
I mean, you have a right to your opinion. It's wrong, and I love you anyway, but it's wrong.
See if I can do it back.
How old are all the kids? They are 6, 9, 15, and 17. And then my daughter would be 20.
Mama,
Yeah.
wait. I'm that 6-year-old.
You,
right?
Kenny, did you fart? Ew, gross. You stinky, big stinky cow. Ew.
All lies.
No lies detected.
No,
Actually, they heard you fart the other, or they didn't hear you, but Steven called you out, right? And Steven, I don't know if they heard him, but he would come in here and fart like 3 or 4 times.
What?
Like the first night, not even like when they knew us a little bit. Angel says, "Hey, buddy."
I'm not,
Angel likes strawberries.
I like strawberries.
Yeah.
But my friends now
Your best friends. He likes strawberries on cheesecake. He can't have cheesecake. Although it is cooked, so you might be able to have it. Did you try it?
I haven't.
You haven't? Yeah, we were a little worried that that wouldn't go well for your belly, huh?
Because, like, the last time I tried milk, remember when I had milk on that?
because I didn't set the server or the service as
I'm gonna
YouTube.
go make a parkour course for Steven.
You cannot parkour with that flimsy little basket, baby cakes.
Oh.
There should be a basket here. Here. Parkour, 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 parkour. Here you go. Take this one, baby.
I'll make it wood by putting my wood blanket over it.
No, that's fine. Okay, so let me know when it's live. You guys, we're gonna be. Oh, see, Brittany knows what's up.
I messed it up.
Have you guys tried that? No. What did you do? You're in the wrong one? Start it over, because they don't watch my videos, and I really want them to see that first.
I need to press go live.
Okay, well, rewind it then.
Okay.
But wait, you guys, we're gonna go to the other live. Yeah, no, did I even get to my point? Something interrupted me. Sprite, a cherry lime Sprite. I like one kind of cream soda, and I haven't seen it since I was a teenager, so. Oh, it won't let me.
Yep.
Okay, guys, head over to the other live.
Yo, Angel's here.
Oh, Angel's
Is the
already
audio
here.
working?
Andy's second.
What's the
Is Brittany bringing up the rear?
what's the
Wait, that.
what's the agreement on
What happened to Mama Church?
what's the agreement on what
Mama
is
Church
it?
is here.
The-
Angel, tell your wife to switch to the other live. She's wondering what's going on. You just leave her behind.
Where,
Yeesh.
where did everybody go?
No wonder she has to keep this boy in line. Is the mic on? You don't have the mic muted, do you?
Angel says he can hear us.
Okay. Okay, so I there's still 3 people over here. There's another live now that we're switching to, you guys, so that we'll be able to take guests because it's on the laptop. So I'm closing this one down. But I love you. God bless.